Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Santos, and this is my interview with my fellow friend, Andrew Cow.
Hi, everyone.
So, to start off this interview, Andrew, can you please give me a summary of your education and your job title?
So I graduated at the University of Michigan with a degree in environmental engineering. And currently, I work as an environmental consultant at this company called SEA Environmental. And most of the work we do is just monitoring and inspecting certain construction sites and wherever something's being remodeled to make sure they're keeping up with environmental regulations put by the city.
And moving on, so what are your interests in engineering, and what got you into the field of engineering?
So I started out really looking toward a more mechanical side of environmental engineering. So something that really interested me was actually designing and creating the instruments used for um, certain environmental inspection at construction sites. So, for example, we have to monitor for asbestos in the soil, and I helped create the instruments used for monitoring that asbestos. And currently, we just finished these this equipment a few months ago, so we've been using that to monitor like around construction sites now.
Okay, nice. And do you have any recommendations for future student engineering students to learn in addition to like standard coursework?
I would definitely emphasize that communication is important, and I think studying engineering, we focus a lot on the STEM side of it, um, but I think a lot of emphasis has to be put on just being able to develop those social skills to communicate with people like the foreman of a certain construction site or city officials you're working with in a project that has to do with the city. And um, I think a lot of miscommunication can result from the fact that a lot of people need to be communicating with each other and certain things just don't get passed on. So I think, yeah, just communication is really important.
Okay. And what tools have you worked with during your work?
So like before, I mentioned those that equipment,
Yeah.
these asbestos pumps that basically have like basically a car battery attached to a certain pump, and it basically monitors through wind and dust to account for asbestos accumulation.
Okay. And for the last question, how does your company handle with internships?
So the company I work at is pretty small. We're like under 20 employees. So we didn't really have much internships before COVID, and then we had to lay off some people, and due to certain restrictions being lifted, we were able to take on a lot of new construction projects, but we were really understaffed. So we hired some interns, and basically, the interns here at our company, they've basically been doing almost the same thing that a lot of us are doing on a daily basis, just communicating with like construction site managers and like filling out spreadsheets and doing um, the smaller tasks when it comes to um, projects throughout the city.
Okay. So and just one more question. So with these internships, are any of them are are they like in college? Did they graduate from college?
These internships, we were really looking for anyone. So the youngest person we hired, I think, is going into their second year in college.
Okay.
So like yeah, they're pretty young, and
Okay.
like there's one that's just out of college. So we were
Okay.
just looking for anyone who was like just willing to learn what to do and put in the work.
Okay.
And obviously, it helped if you had some background in engineering.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, like we're just looking for someone who was willing to put in the work.
Okay. Great. Andrew, thank you so much for doing this interview. Means a lot, especially in my assignment. So
No
thank you for
problem.
your time.
All
Good
right, thank
night,
you for
everyone. Thank you.
interviewing me. All right.